The One-on-One Show.
Welcome to iSpace 2 LLC, the ultimate creative sanctuary designed for the innovative mind. Elevate your podcast with our professional-grade equipment and acoustically treated rooms. Crystal clear sound quality, every time. Bring your vision to life in our photoshoot studio. With natural light, versatile backdrops, and pro lighting gear, stunning images are guaranteed. Need space to collaborate? Our sleek modern offices are perfect for meetings, workshops, or conferences. Flexible rentals to fit your needs. Choose from our diverse studios, Studio A, Studio B, Studio C, and Studio D, each designed to inspire and adapt to your creative workflow. Conveniently located at 2198 Austell Road Southwest, Suite 216 in Marietta, Georgia. Ready to create? Book your space today at ispace2.com. or call 866-936-5365. iSpace 2, LLC, where your ideas come to life. Create, collaborate, inspire.
This November 21st through the 23rd, join the MRJB Family and Friends Ministry for a celebration of the first independent Black Republic. It's Haiti Unbound, third annual international weekend celebration of the historical Battle of Vettières. Starting Friday, November 21st, is the consecration prayer service at the St. Peter's and St. Paul Catholic Church. Service begins at 6 p.m. And Saturday, November 22nd, is the official gala and award celebration as we honor some of the influential figures at the Georgia Tech Hotel and Conference Center from 6 p.m. to 12 midnight. Roundtable guests to include special keynote speakers and historians, U.S. Congress 20 candidate Dr. Rod Joseph and Dr. Jean Fils-Aimé. Four-course dinner will be served on Sunday, November 23rd. Join us for the Legacy Roundtable and Partner Appreciation inside of iSpace 2 in Marietta, Georgia. Tickets are available now at eventbrite.com. For more information, call 973-280-3590. This is an event you can't miss.
Mais causez, hein? Bâton Moïse et Association des jeunes promoteurs présentent Black Friday, Black Friday, Black Friday Atlanta, Georgia. Avec Jackhoot Number One, le vendredi 28 novembre 2025. One show, one band. Napge DJ final, DJ Sweet Love, DJ X, ouais, dans Atrium. Adresse la 5481 Memorial Drive, Stone Mountain, Georgia. Early Bird, $60. Site réservé, $100. Pour information, 617-201-0321, 678-634-61-81, 978-631-51-13. Jazz Gros Ponyette là. Jackhoot Number One. Vendredi 28 novembre, Black Friday Atlanta, Georgia. Prends ticket jeudi à même.
In trucking, time is money, and the last thing you need is insurance that slows you down. At AmeriTrust Insurance Group, we move fast, no loss runs needed, same-day quotes and binding, and rates that keep your wheels turning. From auto liability to cargo, bobtail, physical damage, and workers' comp, we're your one-stop shop for commercial trucking insurance. Licensed in multiple states, powered by real agents who answer the phone. No bots, no hold music. We know the road can be tough, but your insurance shouldn't be. You're not just hauling freight. You're building a business. Let's protect it. AmeriTrust Insurance Group. We don't just insure, we deliver.
Posez, pas fait tête chaud. Ou t'as cherché un compagnie sérieux pour faire le taxe sport là, dans des postes touillés, et bien choix par l'autre côté. Lucita Accounting Firm. Nous avons plus que 22 ans d'expérience dans seule location. Porte nous l'ouvrir depuis le fait 9h pour arriver 7h. Consultation nous gratis. Nous avons pile l'autre service nous bas encore. Nous faisons taxe individuelle. Taxe pour moun qui gen business. Nous faisons audit pour assurance taxe. Taxe consultation. Nos affaires taxe. Docteur Lucita c'est mettre causé. Relais pour service taxe par la Kounia. Et pour nous éduquer dans le taxe. Pour joindre tout corps ou dans mes ARS sans manquer yon yota. Téléphone non c'est 770 319 91 81. Adresse nous c'est Atlanta, Georgia.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to One on One, the show that airs every Saturday from 5 to 6 p.m. Today, we are here with, someone that is in the community. She wears so many hats. And I'm here amazed because I'm about to learn a lot. I've seen her, I've talked to her, but I truly believe that I don't know her. I don't know much about her. And we create One-on-One because we always believe that everyone have a story. Everyone have a start, everyone have an end. And this young lady, I don't want to give it up. I don't want to say too much about her because, there's one thing we don't do on One-on-One. We do not introduce our guests because why? We believe they can do a better job than we can do. So, but I'm just amazed at the person that our guest is today because she has a lot to offer. I know I've said it with so many other guests that they have a heart of gold, they are a giver, but this person is truly, truly a saint working in this earth, right? Because the things that she managed to do, the resources that she has, one phone call, you need anything, one phone call, she got you. She's there to make sure that whatever you need, she make herself available. So now One-on-One was created after my son because he always believed money grow from a tree. That's something we say every show because we want to give him his shout out because he watched those shows. Even though he acts that he's not interested, whenever I forget to say that, he said, "Mommy, I thought the show was for me. You created the show because of me." Yes, my love, you brought this inspiration, and I'm always, always thankful for you. So now, without further ado, we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back with our guests.
You're tuned in to the One-on-One show with Dr. Lucita.
Welcome back. This is Lucita with One-on-One. We are back with our guests now. Are you ready to meet our guests, to get to know and unpeel the person that she is, the person that you've seen? I don't know if you guys had a chance to share the live, call your friend, tell them that One-on-One is here. Now, without further ado, let's say hello to our guests.
Hello, Dr. Lucita. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing good.
You're doing good?
By the grace of God.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. How was the drive coming here?
It was long.
It was long, right? Because I know you're not.
Yeah, we
anymore.
live in Conyers now.
wow.
So yeah, but I mean, not as bad as I thought. Right? I thought it was going to be like 2 hours, but it was just an hour
It was
and hour and a half. Yeah,
Okay.
so
That's
not too bad. Yeah.
And you even made it before me.
Yeah.
I feel so bad about that.
Well, I am Navy, and so we do go
Yeah,
by
happy
time.
Veteran Day,
Well,
because
thank
that
you
was
so
just the
much.
other day.
You know,
Thank you
don't
for
you
your
tell a
service.
Navy, military person to be on time. That's what they're gonna do.
You know, I
I
told
see
somebody.
Chaplain Patricia. She's probably like, yeah, Chaplain Chrisley. Okay.
Yes, because I was like, oh my gosh, she's here. I was like, Kimani, come on. Da, 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 da. Because I know I said 4, but, you know, we're ladies.
Well,
There's always a
you
minor
do
thing.
such amazing work, and I know that you're for me. Everybody see you in different eyes. That's what they say, like in the eyes of the stranger. So, for me, I see you as someone who's about your business, and for me, the way that we see you is like you're a perfectionist. So if Lucida says be here at 4, I'm gonna be here at 4. So
No, and that's why I was so upset. I was like, oh my God, she's here before me.
Right. Because I mean, there's you can't keep a business in your community for 2 decades
years.
and not be, yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So I can't even believe that I'm here. But anyway, tell us, who are you? Your name? What tell us a little bit about you.
So let's start with my name. Chrisley. Some missionaries call me Chrisley, or some people say Chrisley. It was birthed because I was born with 90% chance to die and 10% chance to live.
Wait.
Yeah.
Only on OneonOne.
Yeah.
Did you guys just hear this?
Yeah. That's why my name is Chrisley. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. So I was born with 90% chance to die and 10% chance to live. So I was born on Friday. My father, who was a young pastor at the time, a translator for Shambach, had the money and all, but you can't buy health, right? So his first daughter was born at Canapé, which was me. And the doctors told him, hey, pasteur, petit ou pral mourir dans 2 jours. So my father said, well, originally my father is Alex. Originally my name is supposed to be Pierrette Alice. Ooh. And so, ça tape red. Parce que papa me c'est Pierre Alix.
Oh my God.
Alors me t'appelle femelle là Pierrette Alice.
Oh,
Oui. Mais kounya, à cause que, because of the incident, I couldn't breathe. Okay, Dr. Vob dit, Papa Mgosa, well, she's not going to make it, so just start preparing. And my father said, and back in the day, they didn't allow the dads in that, in NICU.
Yeah.
So my dad said, I got to go back there. I don't know what you got to put on me, but I need to go back there. And so in that instant, my father allowed him, that dressed him up, that he put one hand on the crib and one hand towards heaven. And he said, Father, if you allow my daughter to live, I will change her name. I will give her to you. And so his best friend who was there with him, his name was Fritz Lee. Oh, wow. And so my dad changed my name to Chrisley. Ça veut dire Jésus-Christ. Ça veut dire à chaque fois que on moun prononce Chrisley, que on vle, que on pas vle, you're honoring the name of Jesus Christ. And I'm here today. And when I turned 16, I saw that doctor. I saw him. I said, hey, Dr. Vorb. So, yeah, I'm not supposed to be here. Yeah.
That is such a wonderful story.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for sharing that.
Sure.
So, did you have a condition?
It was breathing condition. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't really breathe when I was born. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
My mom was 16, and
so it was a early.
Well, my mom was younger. My parents got, my parents they fell in love. They got married, but my mother, she was very tiny, right? So when she had me, I guess she l'était anémie, tout ça. So she's lucky that she even carried me through all the way. Term. So yeah, it was through term, but still I can't breathe. So.
Wow. So that okay.
Yeah.
Who? And then you here.
I'm here.
Was there any
I'm here, but I tell
or?
people all the time, I said, if you notice that the enemy has been attacking you from the womb, you are a threat to his kingdom. And so he has been attacking me from day one. So whenever he does it, I might need a reminder, maybe from my dad, the bishop, or somebody that says, don't forget now, you one of them that he don't like. So you get what I'm saying? So if you've ever been attacked or have always had a life where there's always been chaos or someone's always against you or pushing against you, you're a threat to the enemy. And I don't care if you're in church or not. And as a chaplain, I don't believe you got to be in a church building to be a threat to the kingdom.
It's your connection. It's
That's
your
right.
spiritual.
Absolutely.
It's your belief. So you don't
Absolutely.
you don't need a religion, right? So,
no, it's not about religion.
Yeah, it's not
Absolutely.
about that,
It's
right?
not about religion. It's about connection.
It's about connection.
And he's here with us right now.
Of course.
Because he's
there.
omnipresent.
He's always there.
And
he's always,
that's it.
and that's why this is going to be so special because he's amongst us to make sure that whatever we say is what needs to be said. So now I want to know about the early Christian.
The early Chrisley girl.
Yes, yes.
Well, I lived in Haiti. We're from Pétionville. My family's from Pétionville. I'm from what do you call it? Les Ceci. I'm one of those. Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's in Haiti that's just how it is. You're either born into the class or you're not. It's just it is what it is. And so I was my family's Woku and they own like comme on dit usine tout ça en Haïti.
So they were business people.
Who were jusqu'à maintenant gestion d'industries jusqu'à maintenant en Haïti. C'est pas pour dire yon bagay qui juste fait paraître famille nous nan te gen des usines depuis longtemps. I think you work con famille qui fait musique ansito tout ça. So nous fait comme si m'ta dit mais nous bien que moi-même for me I felt like I saw two classes. And this is what I loved about my father, which is why I'm very close to my father. Okay. My mom's family barely spoke to anyone. My father was always out there giving. Okay? And there was always an issue why is he talking? Right. So I always took to my grandmother because ever since I was a kid, all that. I didn't like that. Comme si m'di nou pral devon machine fritaille tout moun vache. But you're going to eat it though. You get what I'm saying?
But they send somebody to do it.
Right,
you understand?
Right. Yeah.
We have the little girls that work with us. Or the,
right.
garçons.
So that was one of my, and so that was one of the things I loved about my dad is that even though he was, even though he was Alex Lizaire, by Sayo, but li toujou gon ti cœur pour malheureux yo men. Là le monsieur a prêché le piti like I remember hearing my dad say, "Ou konon bagay na pendant l'église là, li kon a fait prêche ça." Li dit, "Ou ap gade un paquet grand nèg ka passe dans machine yo là, maman yo ap vendre dans machine." Oh wow. Okay? When you grow up hearing things like that, and then people who, just seeing, so my mom was, poverty. Mom is like white, Haitian, you know what I'm saying? My mom's half white. My dad is all black, right? My dad's family, Pelagie's family is all black. But I got to see both sides. I got to see where, okay, we're with this side of the family now, and then we act one way here. No bueno, titas calep, titas de café, ok? Oh, petit yo petit que ça toujours. C'est ça avec ti doit, ok? Yes. Kouni a kay grand même Pelagie, nou gen gros godé kan pou gros godé ay spéciaux. So like ça m'pa vle ret la kay mwen besoin. Yeah, exactly.
But being
so
a
that
kid,
was me.
You know, the kid, you always want what you cannot have, right? The thing that they said no to.
Oh, and there was no Creole, and there was no Creole at my house.
So you're fluent in French?
Honey, I was not allowed to speak Creole. Growing up, I was not allowed to speak Creole. So quand papa move aux États-Unis, l'école là, I was like, comme ça, si on me demande pour jouer avec ma Creole, maman me dit non.
Not your class.
Non, il dit faut me demander encore en français.
Oh no.
Même si son famille.
No way.
Oh yeah. C'est pour ça que so cool,
yeah, so you had to be
that's how it is.
The
But
standard.
that's just how our family was. But Kunya, même tel réellement pas kon la vie, I didn't know. I knew my family gave. I've seen my dad, like there was a lady that used to crawl from hours to come to the church. Li pat gen comme si pied li pat gen pied, te kon comment dire ça, traîner.
Oh my
and
gosh.
and li te kon traîner et puis me songe un dimanche soir. Et puis, papa me fait un grand bagay. Et puis, me songe, you know, when you're a kid, everything looks shiny. And I remember my dad came with a wheelchair from the US. Et puis, li rele dam nan fait le cadeau.
Oh, that is so sweet.
So, Kunya me dit, Catman, like, I love this guy. Like, I mean, you know, this is my dad. Like,
you're falling in love with your own dad because of the things that he's
and
doing.
then my grandmother always, like, I was always around him and Pelagie, and she was always doing food, mission, net, no. I never seen my actual mom doing those things. She was always putting rollers on, you know, those.
My type of girl. So
oh yeah, girl. I mean, you know, but I mean, I just never. That's not what I learned. I love both of those things, but I would have never been the person that I am if I didn't get to see both sides. Kunya, m'kwe a 16 ans, comme ça, m'te à Haïti. Et puis, m'di, Ket, même gon problème. Parce que, pour qui ça, c'est moi-même seulement dans la famille qui comme ça. Leur cousine, moi, yo vini, mais c'est, le yo est haïtien, yo pas vle parler. And I can tell them, I'm like, hey, this is Haitian in the store. And they don't want to say nothing. And I started thinking there was something wrong with me. Wow. Until I went to Haiti. Wow. And I saw my cousin Karel. He's a painter. Et puis Karel, même j'avais. Karel son mélange, c'est sa métisse. Et puis Karel reme peuple. Karel gen doit, par exemple, gen doit relon moun nan la rue la, dit, hey, vini, ou pral nan peri, ou bon bo vin good. So I was like, that's my cousin. I got somebody,
you
right?
Got connected.
So now I'm just like, okay, this is just how I grew up. And I just, in a way, I'm glad that I got to see both sides. Because I understand why certain people act a certain way, and I know how I don't want to be, you know.
So now we're going to take it. So did you grow up in Haiti or you grew up in the United States?
Back and forth. So because I came when I was 5 originally with some missionaries with my dad.
Okay.
In Oklahoma, Battlesville, Oklahoma. So a lot of times people, it's funny because I tell people like I never really went to a Haitian church. So they tell me, they're like, oh, was just parlant l'église? I said, no, my father was a translator for Schembeck. So R.W. Schembeck, big missionary, that was my dad's boss. So we would be like, premier croisade, Stade Silvio XIV, et papa avec Joël Jeune était en charge la Ligue fraternelle en Haïti. Qu'on y a une bonne petite ligue, tout pasteur gagne ligue, mais à l'époque, pas de bail comme ça. C'était exactement.
Yeah.
So, longtemps de ces petites président de la Ligue fraternelle, bagay, ou voyager tout le temps. Je me songe gon nèg qui dit dans l'église papa pendant moi en Haïti, il dit ou gen visa? I was like, yeah, I got a visa. He was like, well, gaspille on visa.
What does that mean?
Pretty much a kid should not have a visa because he could have one and go to work in the U.S. And my dad, because my dad had money, was wasting things.
Money,
yeah. But I couldn't understand. But c'est Kounia comme ap travail avec pauvre et puis me dit, Catman, monsieur, m'comprendre ça veut dire nan Kounia. À l'époque, m'pas comprendre. Mais Kounia m'ka comprendre ni. Non, but nous te kon fait un pile va-et-vient de Oklahoma et puis ma parent vient divorcer très bonheur.
Oh, wow.
Parce que maman, vous connaissez, soit dans famille, cousin Sandito merci, on habitual notre plaisir, on connaît pasteur serré on dedans, maman me sape vous.
Mommy D, I can't do this. I want to go to T-Vines, right? Because at that time,
non, c'est pas exactement quoi ça va là, t'es passé, mais l'idée que ça pour elle donne tout, on ça là. Mais ça comique, Michel à l'époque t'es habité en face nous. Michel Martelly,
yes.
En face l'église là. Ça veut dire que papa me doit jouer là, n'importe monde peut give le cadeau. Papa m'gen doit faire adoration et puis Michel a fait répétition. Kounya, papa me
Compétition.
descend. Papa me descend chez bien mauvais. Là, il frappait porte Michel parce que Kayla, c'était Kayon Zami nous avant. C'était Kay Howard Ken, one of the missionaries, one of our friends. So when Howard moved back to the US, then Martelly rented the house. Kounya, papa mal frappé porte. Là, papa me dit, bon, là, Kay, moi, monsieur fait bruit. Papa mal contre monsieur, papa me dit, Kounya, et laisse ça nous vient à connaître qui est-ce qui Michel Martelly.
Interesting.
Martelly dit, papa, pasteur, ou pas besoin de peur. Dis l'église la chanter, m'a pas accompagné. Kounia petit pour imaginer Michel a joué l'église la pas
Oh my God.
That's when we realized this guy is going to be something else.
Wow.
So, but yeah, I grew up like back and forth, and then I finally, from like the age of 5 till something, I was with some missionaries, Papa Oaks. Actually, my husband just took me to go see them in Battlesville, Oklahoma. That's who brought me to the U.S., gave me my bubble baths every night. My dad was still doing things because he didn't want me in the midst of the divorce. And so, on l'a révolté sur eux, man. Parce que,
Wait. So at 5 years old,
Yeah.
At 5 years old, so you used to go back and
Oklahoma.
forth. So you lived in Haiti,
Oklahoma.
in Port-au-Prince.
And then in Pétionville.
Pétionville. So now from Pétionville
To
now
Battlesville,
to
Oklahoma.
Battlesville, Oklahoma. There's no Haitian.
No, there's no black people.
There's no black people
I
at
had
all.
to be homeschooled.
So now I'm trying to bring it
honey,
into viewers.
I had to be homeschooled. And I did not know why I was homeschooled.
And you didn't speak English?
They taught me English, of course. But I did not know why I was homeschooled. I didn't learn till later on. It's because I would have not seen anyone else my kind. But to them, I was Low Chrisley, They've always loved me. They love my brother. They love me. This is my family.
So it's only 2 kids. Your mom and dad only have 2. Okay.
Yeah. So for us, there's baby David and, and Chrisley. So when back here, ça fait we're going to wear avec n'importe blanc, whatever, because that's pretty much who I grew up around. And so, Papa Oaks, my American father, Monsieur mène mal manger au restaurant. Et puis, me pas aimer manger.
Oh my God.
Pas aimer manger parce que at the heart, I'm Haitian,
Yes, you still need your rice and beans.
Besoin de piqué. I remember it was a barbecue sandwich. And I was like, Kat, viens ça doucement. I was like,
what is this?
In my little brain, I'm like, pop manger rice. Oh, yeah. Kounya, monsieur allé, pas blague, no, I put that, monsieur allé dans le bathroom, dans le calme. You would think c'était dernier bain blanc te ka fon moun. Parce que en Haïti, là, m'si ta sous balcon la kay moi. Papa m'a parlé me gens blanc yo qu'on a traité esclave. Kounya pour m'a gardon blanc ka calé. L'aime rive la kay la me fait des ordres. Pour yo voyer m'back.
Yes.
They called my father.
You became rebel.
Oh yeah, they called my father, and then I told my dad, I was like, Monsieur Kalim. Papa me dit, mettez petite moi avec une hôtesse de l'air pour moi.
Oh wow.
M'a rencontré le Florida. Et puis me rete avec papa jusqu'à ce que l'âge de 9 ans encore et puis me venir encore à 9 ans.
You went back to them again?
Avec papa, me connais là.
OK.
Exactement. Quand me rete 9 ans, de 9 ans, me vinn aux États-Unis encore.
OK.
Me rete petit, nous fait va-et-vient. Papa me vinn chercher, m'ba j'aime tourner à côté. C'est the other day I went to see them. Wow. And he was crying.
Because he thought he was...
He's my dad, but you ain't gonna spank me.
Wow.
Only Alex Lizaire get to do that.
So no one else didn't have that right.
Nah.
So when you were in Haiti, what school for those 3 years?
Moi t'élève joyeux, OK, avec les Duvalier. OK. T'élève joyeux, songe on le et yo t'a fait un bail comme si. But I love Papa Noel. That's my thing. I think one thing I know, one thing I learned, qui tout fait dans bourgeoisie, qui tout fait dans la masse, ou remet tonton Noël.
Because it's hope. It's bringing,
okay?
Yes.
So, kounya, moi, même capitaine Papa Noël dans l'école, et puis m'tende aptan nos parents. Dis, mais qui parent ça? Moun qui plus important est papa. You know?
In your head, yes.
In my head.
Yes.
Do you know who they're waiting for? Duvalier. Of course.
Because at that time he was throwing money.
No, that's not why. Me and his child went to the same school. So he
why
was
they
a parent.
waiting for him?
Because he was late. He was running late for the graduation. He was running late.
So therefore
he wasn't throwing money. We were in the same circle. So he came to the school, sat down, and puis tout le monde dit, tout le monde après les, tu ne dois pas embrasser le président.
So at that time he was the president.
Yes, he was the president. And so, you pral beau monsieur.
Not the father, the son.
The son.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. When my dad asked me, do I want to go kiss the president?
Like,
I was already upset that this man made me miss.
Wait.
Yes, I said no. I didn't go.
Quickly.
Moi très drôle. Drôle à mort.
What happened?
Don't get on my wrong side.
Oh, wow. So that heart of gold, the sweet girl we see.
C'est quoi ça nous y est même.
Yes,
But
okay.
imagine, m'te petit, m'te
And you
très
still have
spoiled. M'te très spoiled.
But no, nevertheless, you were spoiled, but you still had that characteristic.
Yeah, oh my God, yeah. But that was that. It was funny though. I laugh at it now because I talk to we talk and I'm like, I can't believe I did that. But yeah, but then I moved to my parents. Remained, and then my dad brought me to. My dad had family in New Jersey. So when we decided to actually migrate for good,
I know, but I want to stay there for a little bit because I've never have a client that, I have a guest on OneonOne. Look, I'm mixing LAF with my OneonOne. To be in the same school with a president.
Oh, really?
Child.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah,
so how was that? You can't say it's not. It was
not a big deal because you see the same people every day.
I understand that, but knowing that was the president of Haiti and you were in the same circle, how was life in the school? Did they get special treatment? Was there,
No, I don't think so.
Oh, you can't remember?
No, it's not that.
Because your father was a president in his own way.
Yeah, I think we all had our own thing. When you're just in that, it's kind of like being, it's just like everybody has something. Ricky's mom used to, one of my friends, his mom used to, ele même kite kon ap bay remède pou ti moun ki gen ver nan community. Chaque moun gon bay yo fer, so e pa pou di comme si m'da.
I understand that, but it was the elite, right? So it was the top of the top.
Yeah.
The creme de la creme. At the same token, you are in school. It's just like you telling me you are in school with President Obama's two daughters.
Yeah.
Right? It has to be different.
I guess. But when you're a kid, you don't be like, ou c'est tel moun. Like,
you're just whatever.
You just like, I know we had a lot of things that other school didn't. One, we didn't wear a uniform. Two, we had gymnastic, which was something that a lot of people probably never even had. I did gymnastics as a kid. So, yeah, we definitely had a lot of privileges.
What else did you do? What sport did you play?
That was that. I just did gymnastics. Yeah.
And what else?
That was all that.
Was there an instrument in that school?
Oh, no. In our school, for me, I didn't play any instruments. I just did, it was gymnastics for me.
So you like that?
I like gymnastics. Okay. I was never really around too many. But like in middle school, my brother's the musician. Tout l'autre monde, mais moi-même pas into music by Isaio.
So from a young age, you knew that you were going to serve Christ, or that wasn't in your head? I'm just trying to see.
No, I grew up in the church.
Okay.
I grew up in the church. At that time, my dad had 12 churches. I
So at 9 years old, there was...
Nous tegan 12 l'église, man.
Wow.
12
all
l'église.
over Haiti.
Yeah. Wow. Et puis tout ap monter descendre aux États-Unis, moun après l'elvin faire réveil. Like I grew up in the church. When I got older, I was like, I want to find my own way. But growing up, I remember as a kid, because our house, the way that it was built, we have two houses in Haiti, but one of them is built like where, I can't remember the word now, where when you are a pastor, they actually built a home that's right behind the church so that you can open the door and get to the pulpit. So that's how our house is built.
Oh, wow.
So my dad would open the door, go preach, and then sometimes he can go back to the living room, get, whatever. But kon nan salon la ka el, m'tande papa m'a fait offrande, m'prend ti boîte moi pour mal bay tout. Et grand-mère Pelagie kon bam kob américain. Et puis marcher l'église là m'bay tout. Yeah.
So it was in.
Depuis m'piti, c'est comme ça mieux. Le papa m'a fait croisade par exemple. Thousands of people. I'll send you a video. You can see him, young Apostle Alex, thousands of people à chanter, à adorer. Des milliers de monde. M'dit servante là, je dis, m'a besoin n'importe 10 sandwich. Il dit, Madame Christ va manger tout, Mademoiselle Christ va manger tout. M'dit, besoin yo. Et il pas qu'à dire non, parce que on connaît à l'époque qui a révoqué.
Yes.
So, m'dit, besoin sandwich yo. So, je dis à papa, m'gen croisade, m'a besoin sandwich yo. Parce que, when my dad is preaching, m'tende la parler bouche moun yo ka blanche. Et puis moi-même, chita dans croisade la, m'a ve qui bouche moun qui blanche pour manger sandwich pour yo.
It was
It's
in your
just
blood.
been like that. Our whole family is like that. My grandmother, my dad,
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So now you were telling us, and
Yeah.
when you decided that they were going to make the transition.
Yeah. So my thing is, I always wanted to get baptized. I asked my dad to baptize me a whole bunch of times. And he would not baptize me. Because he would tell me, l'eau baptisée, faut que sauver, faut que ceci, faut que cela. And I'm like,
is
dude,
that?
it's not that serious. Like, just put me in the water and just baptize me like you do everybody else. Because week after week, I'm hearing him talking about, oh, pas besoin prendre classe baptême, moi-même m'a baptisé, And then when I ask you as your daughter, you have a different story. I didn't appreciate that at all. That's one thing. If my dad's watching, I know he's probably watching. Apostle Alex Lizaire, that was my issue with you. And if I did get baptized, you're about to find out how. I was a baptized, or I am a baptized Mormon, because my father wouldn't baptize me. So when I moved to California with the military, I went to the Mormon church and I got baptized. And I called him, and I thought he was going to be excited. That man was mad.
Why?
Il dit, ou pas qu'à dire petit moi, al baptiser moi, God figure. So, yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
So you kept asking him
To
baptize
baptize
you.
me. He wanted
But for some odd reason, he didn't want
He
to.
talking about you got to be saved. You got to be this. You got to be ready.
He didn't think you were ready? How old were you?
I've been asking forever. I don't remember how long.
How long? But it was
Just forever.
This is something
Teenage
that you wanted.
years.
So when did you decide it now that you're going to go get baptized on your
At
own?
19.
And then what did you do?
I went to the Mormon church. I became a Mormon, and I got baptized.
Can you tell us for the people that don't know,
What?
what is Mormon?
Oh,
No meto sabel.
Jesus Christ. So the Mormon
Sabel.
church actually is the Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints church. Mind you, I grew up Pentecostal. Anyone who knows my dad and who knows Shambach they know that this is completely, and it's even some of my chaplains that are watching are like, what? So this is my confession. I did get baptized in the Mormon church.
One-on-one.
It's the Church of Jesus Christ. However, you can't have caffeine. There's a lot of good things in the latter.
Mormon.
Yes,
Okay.
there's a lot of good disciplines. Like a lot of
Tell
people.
us, like for
a
the
lot
people that are watching, like me, I would be afraid because it's always
Really?
been, because
Why?
you grow up in the Christianity.
Well, the only difference with the Mormon church is, I'm not a Mormon now, I'm Methodist, but the only difference is that they believe that they had a new prophet, all called Joseph Smith.
Okay.
So besides the Bible, they also use the Book of Mormon.
Okay.
So that is the difference.
That is the difference. So they
So-
correlate?
Yeah, they use the Bible, and they also use the latest
book
book, which is was written by Joseph Smith, which is a newer prophet, which is the Book of Mormon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how long were you? Sorry, I'm going to keep you in that one. 'Cause that one is good.
Man,
How long were you? Do they dress a certain way? and all that
No. Ça va, va. Quand on pile fois, on dit, oh, tout maman yo plein madame. No, that's not true. No, actually, one of my Mormon friends, actually, he was a missionary when we met years ago in California, and now he's an attorney. His daughter now is a missionary. We're still friends on Facebook, so I do still remember a lot. Yeah, we still know a lot of friends, just friends that I met, because I believe in impartation and that everybody you meet, I don't believe that God is a God of coincidence. And there are some people you meet that you automatically know that, your instinct is like, nah, this person is not supposed to be around me. But there are some people, no matter, like, as a chaplain, I'm interfaith. So I don't believe, like, because you're Catholic, I have friends that are Catholic, I have friends that are this, I have friends that are, like, I believe in respecting one's
choice.
Exactly. So my thing is, it's like, I'm not going to be the one to talk to you about that. However, I believe that there's some people, your inner, your intuition will tell you, mun sa babu.
You know what I tell people?
Yeah. Mais gen moun ki ret nan view.
You know what I tell, in life, I believe the God in you, right? That's my philosophy. It can tell who supposed to be in your radar, right? Because there's no reason why I've met you, I'm not comfortable with you, and I know nothing about you.
Yeah.
So it has to be like there's a layer of
we
protection.
call that kingdom cousins.
Okay. I didn't know there was a name. Because there's some people that I never talk to, but they will never come around me because my energy will not allow them to get close. And there's another thing that happens. If they do get close, like this is where I hit my head sometimes. I'm like, how did they get in? I have a layer of protection. If they do get in, they don't stay.
Yeah.
They remove themselves.
Of course, they remove themselves.
Yeah.
And my grandmother used to do that prayer. I talk about my grandma a lot. I found out I talk about her so much that I wrote a book that says Proverbe Pelagie, because I'm always saying tel bagay Pelagie, tel bagay.
Wow.
So she used to.
Do you have the book? We can tell people
it's on Amazon.
It's on Amazon. But, all right, everybody. So get her book. It's on Amazon because we got to support each other. That's what this is all about. It's not about getting to know just Chris Lee. It's also supporting our community. Get us to grow and build together. So if you have any time, go out, purchase her book to support her.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, grand même te gon bae comme si m'ta dou. Di gen do a même s'il ta konne, Lucita reman moun. Di tap dou Lucita kon sa gen, bral fon prière. Si moun sa do ret nan vi ou, la prete. Mais prière m'bral faire pas fâché si moun nale.
Yes, I love it. And that's my prayer.
And that's what she does. And
that's
it
my
works.
prayer every single. I remember my first client. I had a lady working for me, and she was afraid to close the door. She was like, "I gotta close the door. I don't know who's coming in." I said, "Girl, don't do that." I said, "Guess what? The people that needs to come and bless me will come with a pure heart. I never think anything wrong gonna happen to me because I always said, I am covered."
Amen.
I am covered and I'm blessed.
But I want to say this, though, for like my teenagers and all of that.
Yes.
It sounds great. Yes, I'm a chaplain at Piedmont Rockdale. Yes, I do all this. Yes, I do that. But however, there was a time where I was a terrible teenager. Okay. I made my father very upset. And I don't want you to feel like, just because you're not doing the right thing now does not mean that your life can change. It's not where you start, right? It's where it's not where you start, it's where you end up. So my thing is, that's all I'm gonna say about that.
You just take me somewhere else.
Yeah.
You said you were a terrible teenager.
Girl.
Can you give us a story what that looked like for our younger generation who's watching?
How can I say that?
What would you? Wait. What would you tell your younger?
Younger self? Listen to my dad more. Listen to my family more.
Wow.
They were right.
So what did you do?
I was a pregnant teen. I was a pregnant teen, and I'm supposed to be a statistic.
Wow.
I'm supposed to be a statistic. When you get pregnant at 17, you don't get to graduate college. You don't get to own a business. You don't get to do the things that I've done. I've even went back. You don't get to go in the military. I had a teacher that I told in Asbury Park High School that I wanted to go to the military. She said, "You'll never go because you have a child."
So
she told me that I could never go, and I believed her. And this was a teacher. So my goal with the resource center is to make sure that
no wrong information get.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So now tell the people your goal for Pelagie. So because you were a statistic, is that why you started this organization? There's more.
I just feel like, when my grandmother passed away, you can see I have a tattoo here that says Pelagie.
Can we get it closer, please?
Everyone, all of the Pelagie babies are probably watching. All of us, even my twin cousins that are actors, they all have Pelagie. That's one of the things that we decided to do for her was get tattoos. Every single one of us have a Pelagie tattoo. It might be in different places, but we all have a Pelagie tattoo. My Uncle Pete, we all do that. But however, I wanted to do more. C'est pas notre job, c'est gun. Because how people be like, oh, they're more tattoo. Yeah, there's a heart. Because I always wear these type of bracelets. And so as I was grieving my grandmother, I said, I'll get the bracelet, charm bracelet with my grandmother's name. But my thing is this, is like I wanted to continue her work. One, I didn't choose it. I didn't choose that. C'est comme si toujours aider. But I remember what we used to talk about when I would go home on deployment, and she would tell me, I want to be part of CFC, Combined Federal Campaign, which is the book that we used to give out to the federal employees, and I was in charge of raising money. And she used to tell me, I would like to do this. So all I did was take what my grandmother used to do and take it to a bigger level, and that's all I've done. I didn't do anything that, I would say she's the CEO and I'm the executive director because she pretty much laid the ground for everything. There's nothing that I'm doing that she hasn't done. Even in chaplaincy, she's been to prisons, prayed with people. She's the only thing that's different that I'm doing that I know for sure that she hasn't done is I'm doing the Chrisley Circle of Care, where I'm now training chaplains, because I want more people to understand that it's not about your religion. It's not about what you got on. It's about your relationship with God. Because n'a perdu un bon jeune Simon, suicide, un bon bagay à privé ou parce que n'a ba des mauvaises informations. That's all.
They lost.
Yeah.
So now for our younger kids that are watching us now, what would you want them to know about Chrisley?
You too. It's not too late for you. You too can find. First thing is put God first, because no matter what I was doing, I was still worshiping God. I don't care what nobody said. 11 me and my brother gonna be at that church. It don't matter if we was at the club on Friday, Saturday club, Sunday. So we gonna be at that church. So put God first. Put God first. Oui, yo gen doit dire, oh, Pastor Chrisley te kon al ceci, so what? But at the end of the day, it's never too late, because at the end of the day, at the cross, what did Jesus do? He did what they call a breath prayer. He did a breath prayer, and he asked God to forgive the man that was next to him. So it doesn't matter if you've been in church 50 years. You too can fall. So just because a mother, and now I'm going to have to come back for that one, because I do know a lot of church mothers that are sleeping with young girls in the church. So don't play now. So
Chaplain, you can't go so fast.
So
you just dropped the bomb. And
they do.
You're going.
They do.
You said the mothers.
A lot of old. They don't want me to talk about this, but it does happen a lot. I have heard a lot of victims. Haitians,
so
Americans,
the women are sleeping with other
younger women. Yo propose yo pa gen mari. Yo se madame Jésus. Et puis yap groom. They're grooming
the girls
in the church. Parce que m'gen pile zanmim ki maestro choral bagay yo toujours qu'on a expliqué m'de bagay. Et
So
puis tout
they
gen
use that as a cover.
avant yam tande pasteur Mallory a parlé de ça tout. So like you said, to the young girls,
Yes, please.
keep yourself to yourself.
Yes.
Yes.
And don't trust
people
that's telling you they're here to.
Yes.
And if somebody touched you the wrong way,
That's it. And there are a lot of resources. Lucida's here in Marietta. I'm in Conyers. There's 211 in Atlanta. It's a lot of things that are happening. So, and if trust me, if God can pull me out, I'm not saying, like I said, when I was a terrible teenager, it wasn't like, there were things that I wish that I listened to my father, but I would do quand gen de bay, quand gen ti moun ki kon al kase mol. Par exemple, moi dou, simple, c'est que I got pregnant.
no, but
Ça c'était
ki sa
pour
te kon
moi.
fè avant ça? Ou te kon reme soti?
Non, m'bat
so
reme
how did
soti.
you get pregnant? Because
Well,
I didn't
no,
get to ask you
I
those
had-
questions.
I-
Did you have a first boyfriend?
Well, my
Okay.
first boyfriend actually, I met him in Jersey, but I didn't know that he was into all of those things that he was into. So c'est ça que fait me dire des fois I was a bad teenager
was a
parce
bad
que
teenager.
you are who you are associated
Yes.
with. Ça veut dire que femme dit tout nan bay que le te yo cause la ville.
So he's
Il
no
prend 3
longer-
balles.
Oh my God.
So
Be careful.
be
of your-
careful. God has a plan for all of us. Vous comprenez? Nous pas jamais penser. Moi-même, gen de bail moi like my grandmother used to tell me, pour l'âge, even when I was in my 20s, ou tellement bagay, ou gen de moun nou pas besoin pour conseil nan men. That's why you won't see Chris Lee at a lot of places.
Yes.
You won't see Chris Lee because first of all, I've traveled the world with the military. I've seen everything that I need to see. I need to see my couch sometimes. you get what I'm saying?
I understand.
So because my my son's father was incarcerated and he was murdered right after I wrote the parole board to release him. As a military person, I felt like I had enough pull to get him out. I wrote a letter to the parole board who finally released him, and right after he got released, he got killed. So those kind of things,
Change it.
I don't want to see nobody go through none of that. I would say, plutôt autant des parents, comment on dit ça, au lieu wal prendre bail ça yo. Exactement. Yeah.
Oh, so you feel a lot, Chrisley. So the beautiful son I met that came to my office.
Oh, Keenan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that your only son?
No, I have 3 sons.
Okay.
So my oldest son's father, I told you, was murdered.
Yes.
And their father. Those are my sons from my marriage. And my 3 sons. Grandma te kon rele yo Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. So c'est Gene, Keenan, and Kareem.
Wow.
And my oldest son, Gene, actually just wrote a single. Well, no, he wrote Tyrese's album, newest album. So yes. Yeah, he's been in music for a while.
This is something that we do on OneonOne. If you have something special, because if you're not here and this episode is being aired, what would you want your kids to know about you that they don't know?
About me, that they
Watching
don't.
this.
Man, my
And
kids know
something
everything
special
about
to
me.
tell them to leave for them as a legacy watching this episode.
What I want my kids, what I want to leave to them as a legacy, what my grandmother left for me, the gospel. And they know it because we talk. The gospel. And it doesn't have to be the other person's way. It can be your way. Your connection with, you know how you have kids? Every kid is going to be different, or how you talk to your son is different. You cannot expect God to talk to all his children the same. One person might be like talking to God like, hey, dude, what's going on? This ain't happening today. So however your connection is, however it is, keep that. Keep the gospel. That's what I want to leave for my kids. Yeah.
Stay faithful.
Yeah.
Ooh, we peeled a lot. We're
Yeah.
not going to take a break. We're going to continue because I feel like there's a lot. So when you came to the United States, did you go to school? Where did
Yeah.
you do your schooling?
I went to Asbury Park High School in New Jersey. And then after
How
Jersey.
was that? Were you bullied? Were you popular?
Oh, please,
I wanna
honey.
know the young...
Wait a minute. Can I say this? And I know he's watching. I'm Pete Rock niece, honey. I don't get bullied.
Okay.
I remember my first day going to high school, I told my Uncle Pete, I say, Uncle Pete, I heard they bullying kids going to the high school. He was like, tell them Pete Rock, baby.
Pete Rock, baby.
Tell them Pete Rock.
So Pete Rock is still Pete Rocking?
Yeah, Pete Rock. Nah, we don't get bullied. Man, my aunt was the first Haitian in Asbury Park. You think they're going to bully me? Serious?
Oh, wow.
Nah,
So
nah.
So you had your name.
Toute famille, tout le monde sait famille nous. Yeah. Pas get bully na zone.
So how was class? How was school? How was give us
boring.
So you didn't like school?
I mean, it was all right. I mean, I felt like, it was just like I missed my school in Haiti. I didn't want to move to the United States. I was forced. Some of us, that's what people don't understand when they meet us. Not all of us migrated here because we were in need. Let me say that again.
Look at the camera, right there.
Okay. Not every Haitian person migrated to the United States parce que famille yo te nan besoin. Par exemple, gen nan nou ki te gen persécution avec comme si m'ta dou bagay politique, gen nan nou comme si parents nous divorcé, nous obligé vini, c'est pas nan grand goût que nous te. Par exemple, mal dans l'église là que m'tande c'est témoignage yo, m'te kon fait ceci, m'te kon a ramasser cela, m'te gen ça, m'paraît dans oreille musicien, m'di Catman. Qui l'a font témoignage bourgeois ici là même. C'est pas, ou comprenez ça m'dou là? Ou pas qu'à tout le monde c'est même témoignage. Yeah, ou pas qu'à tout le monde c'est même misère.
I was like, I know for sure. I know I wasn't in the elite, but I know my life was not miserable. I'm like, my life was not miserable because I had the little kids that was taking care of me. I had the maid. It was not that. So when I hear it, it just doesn't make sense to me. Sometimes I'm like, everybody is struggling.
Parce que surtout m'si en Lizaire. Lizaire va aimer misère.
Lizaire va aimer misère. Okay. All right, that's the slogan for you. So now, what is the definition of success for you?
Success? Well, the Bible says, my husband hates when I says that, but it is the truth.
Because we didn't get to your husband.
The Bible says that you must leave an inheritance for your children. It is anything that you need to know is really in the Bible. Anything. So that's sou pa gen parent ou pa gen moun ki pou guide ou capable download yon bib digital. Et puis, juste commencer chercher mots, anxiety, stress, divorce, tout by ça. They're all in that book. I found that out the hard way when my grandmother died. I was like, man, this lady's been getting all that information for years in that book. You know what I'm saying? But all of that stuff is there, and that's one of the things I would say is build wealth, try to build the generational wealth. That's what I would say. What sac na closet ou a pas assez. Yeah. Si c'est sac na closet ou a seulement gain a machine ou pas gain.
No. So work on creating generational wealth.
Yes.
That's your definition of success. So now I understand you went to high school, you have your life. So how did you end up married?
I went to the military.
Okay, well, you went to the not with your first husband.
Yeah.
You went. Okay, tell us about that.
Yeah, well, we actually we went together to California when my son was very young. My son was Gene Michaels at the time. We moved to. I left and went to. I left Jersey very young. I was an Army wife, and I lived there, and I decided to join the Navy. But all I've known is military life and church. That's all I know. We just decided that's where he was stationed. He was stationed at Fort Irwin. So my son's father, my children's father, and he adopted my oldest son.
Okay.
After. So we just we lived in California, and then when I got my orders for the Navy, I got stationed to Virginia Beach. And so as far as the Navy is concerned, I thought, being in the Navy, you don't, how you say that? You go on deployment and go to different places, but you don't move as much. Like, I wasn't in I was in Norfolk and Virginia Beach. So those were my two places. But however, I was in Kosovo. I was in different places.
So you're moving.
Moving a lot.
But you said earlier a teacher told you that you were.
Oh yeah, they told me I couldn't do it.
So how did you do it?
Well, because she said because in her little brain, in her little brain, there was a rumor back in the day that in order for you to join the military, you have to give up custody of your kids, and that's not true. In order for you to join the military, you do have to have, a power of attorney. To say that if someone were to call you, for example, there would be times where I'd be sitting in class on a Friday, and my kids are at daycare, and they'll call me and tell me I got to be in Africa on Monday. So now I already have my stuff together. I already know who's watching my kids and all that.
So you
don't have to give up your kids. Okay. Now, there were times Pelagie watched my son too, fall going by.
You have to have the team.
Yeah.
You have to have the
but you don't have
system.
to. You don't have to just.
So do you have to disclose the support system before they can accept you?
Of course, but you don't have to give up custody of your children. That's why I meet people all the time. I'm like, why are you homeless? Why are you not? Why are you? I mean, like in our office, we have all the resources, but we also have recruiters. So I'll ship you away in a minute. I'll ship you off. Yeah.
And how do you do that?
I call a recruiter.
No, I know. I know the they just agree?
No. I talk to them. I was a command career counselor in the Navy. You got to talk to people. Do you want to stay here and struggle? Or do you want a better life? There are two ways you can kick. There are two ways to kick yourself into middle class in the U.S.
Yes.
Two ways. The military and truck driving.
Tell them.
Military or truck driving. Yes. So you could either sit there, c'est pas un nègre, okay? I love my husband a lot, okay? Yes. But c'est pas un nègre qui vient ba ou ba, qui vient occuper, c'est pas attendre comme si m'ta dit, oh, m'a attendre pour me dire non mari, pour mari vient sauver. No, save yourself.
And you just brought a good point here, because a lot of our young women, they always believe that somebody have to save them.
Oh no, honey.
So you're saying you have all the resources at your fingertips. So if people are struggling, you will be able to get them to better their lives if they want it.
They gotta want it.
They gotta want it.
They gotta want it. Even like I used to sell used cars, and you don't want to talk to a used car salesman. And
we have that in common.
Girl, let me tell you. I tell people, I say, help me help you. Do you want this car or not? So just like I tell, help me help you. Even in career counseling, help me help you. Even now in chaplaincy, help me help you. I can't help you if you don't. And even psychotherapy, right, is all about mirroring. There are questions that we ask that's about mirroring. That's about the client really helping themselves. I'm not solving the puzzle for you.
You gotta want to.
You got to want to do it now. Because I don't waste my time. That's one thing. Chris Lee don't like for you to waste her time, because Chris Lee has a lot of things she likes to do, like watch Lifetime.
You love what Lifetime?
Lifetime, ID.
I used to watch Lifetime a lot. You know why I stopped? Because I realized my man is not coming.
Oh, pity.
Because the stories always end up with good stories.
I bet keep watching. Keep watching.
So now, before we end, I know you are happily married young lady. Tell me about that. How did that come about?
Well, that is the funniest story ever.
Yes.
I did not plan on it. And I tell people that all the time. Like, Chaplain Patricia, who's the director of our chaplain services, she knows exactly what happened. But a lot of times when I tell people, they don't even believe me. My father was on Radio MBC and Radio Pétionville for many years in Haiti. Il était toujours à passer Lizaire-Ganthier dans l'émission en Haïti. Ça veut dire m'grandi non ça dans oreilles. With the name. And then I had a crush on him as a kid.
And the age, please?
Very young. Ken and Barbie time.
No way.
Oh yeah. Pas comme mon pek sous Pétionville ou pas qu'on qu'est Lizaire-Ganthier un bon wash ou t'as habité men. Of course.
Wait.
Okay.
Let's peel this a little bit. So, Bobby and Kenta, I'm assuming like
Lelo.
9, 10.
Oh, no, pipi ti
6,
toujou.
7.
So, 7-8 ans yo kon sa.
So 7, 8. So you're listening to this.
Oh, kes nè Ganthier te gen album, mwen konen te gen go plak yo.
Yes.
Mwen papa, son flander tou.
So listen. So you're
yo.
listening to these things.
Oh, nap danse a plak yo.
Yeah, so you hear this
Oh, no,
name.
mwen gen plak kes nè a nan men map danse avel. Go plak la. Open?
Yeah, the big one.
Yeah,
that you put in the big thing, you put the thing down.
Te abi an Michael Jackson. Map voye photo abou. Plak la, e wap tade kes nè de Ganthier. Oh, Jay, wap danse a ti plak la, open?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, et puis,
so at that age, you started.
but you
don't even know what that is.
You never think you're gonna meet the person.
So now tell us, how did that come about?
You never think you're ever gonna meet
I'm ready
the person.
to hear how.
I like my dad talked to him. I remember one time my dad came here and my dad was like, oh, she's en train de parler avec Christian. Yeah. And I was like, he's like, oh, he wants to say hi. And I was like, to me? I was like,
but why would he want to say hi to a kid that he didn't know?
Dad, no, this was now. Like, as I got older, my dad came here to Georgia, and my dad said he's talking.
I know, but I'm just trying to understand. Because while you older,
yeah,
why would your father? Your father and your husband, they're still friends.
Yeah, well, they're all connected. Pabli et papa m'te président Ligue Fraternelle. Ça veut dire tout.
So all the guys, okay, they're all connected.
They all know my dad, yeah. Ça veut dire tout gros concert.
So one day, je suis en train de parler avec
quelqu'un. Oui, et puis me dit ok, et puis me dit hi, et puis that's it. Et puis me papa lavel encore, et puis un bon l'heure n'a fait.
But this is your admirer that's saying hi to you on the phone.
Right, and I'm about to pass out.
Okay, but
I'm about to
you make it sound like it was like hi.
No,
so
I was about to pass out.
Moment?
I said hi, and I handed the phone right back to my dad.
Like a kid.
Right, like a kid.
A woman that's been married, that has kids before.
Yes.
Now a man say hello to you, you run.
Yeah, I'm about to pass out.
Okay.
Yeah. And so then one day I was just like, well, I don't want to ever be married again. I've had all those experiences. Yes. I've had my son's father, who was the love of my life, who was murdered. Wow. I don't need any of that in my life. I'm focused. At the time I was working for the VA as a federal recruiter. And I said, I just want to do chaplaincy and do my federal career. Girl, I had my own place. My kids, honey, I got my own place.
How old are the kids, Chrisley?
Girl, yes, I had my own condo.
Wait. You looking like this? I gotta know, because there's no way you're looking
my
this
kids
good.
Are married.
No way, Chrisley.
Yeah.
How old?
My kids. Girl, I'm a grandmother.
Oh my God.
I have 4 grandchildren.
Already?
Yes.
How you, girl? I want to look like this. I want to look like this.
Like Pelagie would say. Grâce bon Dieu.
Grâce bon Dieu. So you have grandkids?
Yeah, I have 4 grandchildren. But yeah, I was.
You look 35.
Well, thank you. And I will tell you what my other grandmother, you would say. Her name is Germaine Wocourt. She would say, on a l'âge qu'on semble avoir. Si tu parais 35, tu as 35. Exactement. Ou pas qu'à gagner. Si ou parais ou gagne 25, ou gagne 25.
Yeah.
Ou pas demander mon l'âge moins.
Of course.
Yeah. Non. C'est comme ça, oui. Yeah,
I will not ask my
non, c'est vrai, oui.
So,
grand-mère mourir dans tremblement de terre, m'pas jamais qu'on l'âge li, non?
No way.
Never, parce qu'elle toujours dit, on a l'âge qu'on semble avoir. Li toujours dans top 50 avec un sito, me fait rentrer ici. Li dit, même, retour aux États-Unis, ça m'a fait dans bail comme ça.
C'est pas pour moi.
Oh non. M'gè famille jusqu'à présent malgré Haïti dans Italie Haïti toujours. Yo pas venu.
It's a beautiful country. So now let's continue the story. So you ran from
I ran from the phone. And then I gave up on love. I did not want to have anything to do with that at all.
How do you know that it was love? It just said hello. But the men did not tell you. Okay.
While I was like doing my virtual evangelism at the AME Church. We were getting ready to celebrate a 148-year anniversary at the AME Church. I always post stuff for church. You notice that sometimes?
Yes.
And so I posted in hopes that you might show up or that Marika son might show up. Like people I know.
You know.
Honey, why this man showed up?
No way.
I said, I was sitting on the pulpit because I was one of the pastors, ministers, you know.
You have to sit.
And I'm looking, girl, no. I'm telling my says, I told Reverend Pat, I said, this is Lizaire-Ganthier. And she was like, huh? I was like, he's real popular in Haiti, right? I'm going crazy. And she's like, okay, I got to bring him up. So she brought him up to this. I was like, please don't burn. My hands are sweating. But nevertheless, we had got to know each other and realized that, you know, we kind of grew up the same way. We have a lot in common. I told him, you know, of course, I didn't tell him I've had the biggest crush on him. I never told him until later. And then I found out he's been wanting to ask me out. I love Ribbies, if you didn't know that. The Haitian restaurant. I love Ribbies. Kawal, shout out. I love her.
Wow.
But I kon nan Ribbies tout temps. Li même la planifié comment pour venir meet me l'autre bord. But I never knew that. So he's been trying to get with me, but I never knew that.
Interesting.
And then I was like, Ketman, pour me nan ba ça encore là. But I gave it a shot. So far, it's working out. Yeah.
So how many years it's been now?
It's been going on 4 years now, yeah.
It felt like just the other day that I heard.
It's going on 4 years now, yeah.
This is good.
It's
Congratulations. What advice would you give us, ladies that give up on me?
I remember you told me you want me to do
yes, because it's not working for me here, you know. I'm not meeting the right one.
I don't think that it's not working for you.
It's like
I think you're meeting the wrong one.
Married men.
Oh, no. Nobody isn't.
Married men.
No.
Stay away.
No, we don't need those.
Right? So, so those that energy from
Yeah, you don't need that. Because that causes all kind of trouble. And you heard about the new thing that happened, the TikToker who has to pay $1.7 million because she took somebody's husband.
Oh, she took it?
Well, the man went with her, and now the wife sued, and she has to pay $1.7 million.
Well, you're not giving only on one-on-one.
Mais hot topics.
Hot topics
on Lucida.
But this should have been done because that's what happens
for alienation of affection. You can be sued.
That's the term.
Yes.
Alienation
of affection.
So meaning because of you.
Because of you, now my husband is not
with me.
Correct. Giving me the care
attention.
Oh, you're sued.
He's giving you
the
attention. So now she has to give $1.7 million.
Yes.
She deserves to pay.
Et tu dis m'baili avant. Ce n'est
No baile avant. No one-on-one. So don't take somebody's husband or wives because you can have to pay a lot of money. So now, Chrisley, we've been together here for an hour. What would you want what would you want to tell your people that you've been helping?
My clients?
Forget, not just tell them. How has that been helping you?
It's therapeutic. Yes. Definitely, it's been therapeutic. And I have a book that says healing through philanthropy. And I've spoken at a lot of different. They've called me out to go speak at different places. Ba moun ki gen de moun ki pense yo konem, gen de ba m poste, gen de ba m pa poste.
Wow.
Comprends ça m'abdou?
Okay.
Gen de bagay moi poste, si c'était pour bail pour me poster, m't'a poster all day long. Gen de bagay qui moi pas poster. Ça veut dire on moun pas jamais connait Chrisley vraiment. Et c'est comme ça on fait supposé.
I still don't know you.
Okay?
I feel like there's a lot I can get to.
So my thing is this. It is a lot of healing in helping people. And it, and I tell people, a lot of times people call me and they want to start a nonprofit. I like to hear where you're coming from because if your mind is all about money, trust me, baby, I'm going to encourage you to start a for-profit because it's not what it's cracked up to be. It is a lot of work. And you do have to have a heart for it. But again, this really, Pelagie has helped me through my grief. It has helped me keep my grandmother's name alive. It has also helped a lot of people. So, yeah.
Awesome.
If you that sad?
No. It is that sad. But now that you are in this journey, do you believe this journey been exactly what you wanted? If you had to do it over, would you have done anything different?
If I had to do anything over,
Yes.
man. Chanter à ça. Si j'avais 24 ans à vivre. Oh my God, I love that song. Si m'te gen 24 ans, 24 ans de temps pour me vivre. Wow, son belle qui ça m'a fait. Non, musique m'te tellement aimé. M'kwe Wyclef pour interpréter le tout encore. I love it. Kat, man, son gros question. Hein?
Yeah, because on a fini, ouais.
Ouf, c'est pas deux bails mais t'as fait différent, non, man? En pile bail, oui. En pile bail. Premier bail, m'pas t'a fait, m'pas t'a marié. Avec l'autre monde. M't'a tan.
Even though that was the love of your life.
Non. Comme si m't'a dit, moi t'as tan. Trust me, I was too young to know what. Non, comme si m't'a dit, m't'a tan.
That's one. Okay. Second.
What else? I would have a girl. If I could, but you can't choose.
You can't choose that.
Yeah, and then I would, if I could, I probably would have worked hard to try to keep my grandmother here. Yeah.
You talk about her a lot.
Both of them.
You talk about them a lot. I know you don't say much about your mother. Is there a reason why?
Not really. It's just that I was always with my grandmothers. And
mom is still
Mom
with
is,
us?
yeah. She looks like, you probably seen her. She looked like my twin sister or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Malushka saw my mom, and she didn't know that was my mom. She was like, "Oh my God, that's your mother?" Yeah, my mom's. Yeah, she's a cute little thing. She's more like a sister. We have like that kind of relationship. It's just that I was always at my grandmother's house.
Okay.
Like none of this moon I got from her.
But she was the other side, right?
Yeah,
She was, yeah. And she's still.
She's fine. Yeah, we're good. It's just that. I just talk about
that you are.
Yeah,
you're more connected.
More connected to my grandmother. Yeah. Et même l'aime t'es petit, tout le kon relem, le mal dormi kay grand-mère li di Chris li vin la kayou.
Wow.
Na vote qui a sou sorti, me dit na vote grand-mère. Yeah.
Wow. So grandma is with my mom, as you know. That I lost my mom 5 years ago.
Sorry to hear about that.
They're all with us. And we're going to say our last question for today. If you had to take one thing, you're leaving this earth, you can't take anything, but you can only take
Question
one
yo
thing.
Jimen, bab tourner non? Catman, Lucita. I'm sure. Hey, maman. Okay, rédication moi quoi,
We're in this earth, and you know everything has an end, and you could only take one thing. What would that one thing be?
My soul.
Your soul.
Don't sell it for nothing. To nobody.
To no one.
Not for money. Not for anything. Because that's the only thing you'll be able to take with you. Is your soul.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anything special to your handsome husband?
Oh, shit. See. Well, I love my husband. I love you, Lizaire-Ganthier. Thank you for being in my life, and thank you for your support.
Well, everyone, we had the lovely Chrisley Lizaire-Ganthier with us. I believe we had a wonderful time. I got to know a little bit. She shared a little bit with me. But I will extend another invitation to her for another time so we can talk more about Pelagie and all the work that she's doing, because we were out of time. And we ask you to share the live. Call your friend, tell your friend, because OneonOne is not for me. OneonOne is for you. You that is watching here, I'm sure there's something that you learned from this episode that you didn't know. And to all my younger kids, my younger generations, if you feel like you are lost, call on an adult. Call on somebody. There's always somebody there to help you. On this note, if you don't have anything to say, I'm going to pass it back to you. One last word to your audience, your fan.
That's it. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for your support, that you guys have been supporting Pelagie in this community for going on 10 years now. I thank you all. Thank you.
All right. On that note, that was Dr. Lucida with OneonOne. We'll see you on our next episode. Ciao for now. Bye.
You're tuned in to the One-on-One Show with Dr. Lucida.
Welcome to the One-on-One Show.
Welcome to iSpace 2 LLC, the ultimate creative sanctuary designed for the innovative mind. Elevate your podcast with our professional-grade equipment and acoustically treated rooms. Crystal clear sound quality every time. Bring your vision to life in our photo shoot studio with natural light, versatile backdrops, and pro lighting gear. Stunning images are guaranteed. Need space to collaborate? Our sleek modern offices are perfect for meetings, workshops, or conferences. Flexible rentals to fit your needs. Choose from our diverse studios: Studio A, Studio B, Studio C, and Studio D, each designed to inspire and adapt to your creative workflow. Conveniently located at 2198 Austell Road Southwest, Suite 216 in Marietta, Georgia. Ready to create? Book your space today at ispace2.com or call 866-936-5365. iSpace 2, LLC, where your ideas come to life. Create, collaborate, inspire.